Hey everybody, what's happening? Son of a Silverstacker here. In today's numismatic news and information for the 14th day of November 2021, I'd like to welcome you over to JM Bullion so we can see where the live spot prices ended on Friday. Bam, there it is. So gold ended to 1872.10, silver to 25.42, platinum to 1097.95, and palladium to 2143.42. Now, I think what's really important here is to notice this, the in-stock and out-of-stock silver. We're at 465 while we were normally between 510 and 485. So it's definitely a lot lower, 20 pieces lower than we normally would be seeing. Now, our next stop today is Coin Update, daily coin collecting news. And this is written by Brandon Christopher Hall, dated November 12, 2021. This is an excellent article, very well written. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but I will read, I think, some really important bits and pieces of it. And then I'll take you to the plus one for today. The title of this article is November 9 Mint Roundtable 2021 Morgan and Peace Silver Dollars. So it says here on Tuesday, November 9, I virtually attended the second Mint Roundtable discussion focused on the United States Mint priorities and emerging key issues. Now it talks about the Ventris, Mint Director Ventris, and there's I guess a biography here. You can click on it. And it says basically that this Mint Roundtable was about the Morgan and Peace silver dollars as well as the authorized bulk purchase program. And I would think that those are really the two biggest issues that came up this year, right? That is huge. That is huge. So going further on down here, it says the meeting began with Director Gibson making an introductory statement and thanking the attendees for being present at the Mint Roundtable. Now it says here, Director Gibson was joined by Chief Marketing and Sales Officer Matt Holben and Associate Director for Manufacturing Dave Croft to field press questions. So let's go ahead and find out. We know who the acting director is. She is an HR specialist with over 40 years in both human resources, executive, and professional positions. But what about Matt here, Matt Holben? Now, I found this information on US Mint about leadership and his name there. And he spent more than 7 years with the USPS, that's the post office, in a variety of sales and marketing leadership positions, including director of strategic accounts and manager of shipping and mailing solutions. In each of these positions, Matt's focus was on improving customer service and delivering more value to the end user. That's you and I. Now, who is this? This is the next one, Dave Croft, Associate Director. Now, Dave joined the Mint in 2007 as a plant manager of the Mint in Denver, Colorado. As the plant manager, he was responsible for leading continuous improvement in the production of the nation's coinage. Under his leadership, the Denver Mint achieved numerous positive changes, resulting in significant improvements in the workplace culture, safety, quality, and delivery and cost. So good stuff there, no doubt about it. So that's who's at this meeting. And it says here, Dave Croft began the discussion by acknowledging that they're aware of customer concerns voiced about the Morgans and the Peace dollars, and that their production has been affected by the pandemic, with hiring and maintaining employees being one of the primary concerns. I think we figured that out already. Matt Holben continued after Dave Croft's statement and emphasized that the Mint prides itself on the quality of its products. And absolutely, you take pride in your work, right? There's no question about that. Attending numismatic press members were then asked to briefly introduce themselves one at a time, and included Mike Unser, owner and operator or editor of Coin News, myself, Brandon Hall, editor of Coin Update and Mint News blog, Rob Oberth, president of Roundtable Trading, numismatic author and journalist Louis Galino, freelance journalist and editor Joshua McMurrow Hernandez, Coin World senior editor Paul Gilks, and Coin Collectors blog writer Scott Barman. And he was the one that helped us break that news last week that they were going to continue the Peace and Morgan dollar programs into 2022. Now, despite discussion being directed toward the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars, the first question was aimed at the Mint's authorized bulk purchase program. And then you can go into that. I'm going to pass right over that. We know that that's a bummer in the summer. Now, check this out. I think that this is a really good one here. Now, after they talked about the bulk purchase program, it says that he later reached out to Whitman publisher Dennis Tucker on the flipping phenomenon for his thoughts on the matter. Now, this is something we've seen too. Many buyers just seem intent on flipping the coins for a profit while they can. Some collectors wait patiently, convinced the secondary market will crash after initial excitement. Now, at the moment, the market is robust, and we've seen active trading develop where collectors offer mint marks or privy marks they have for ones they need to build their own collections to complete their sets. Now, it has the fun energy of playground baseball card swapping back in the day. Did you hear that? I already know folks that have been trading left and right. Do you? I mean, this is just like that. So that's really exciting for the hobby that they're actually trading and not selling. That's fantastic. Now, going to move on to the next one here. Now, here we go. 2021 Morgan and Silver Peace Dollars. Woo! After his initial question about the authorized bulk purchase program, Paul Gilks asked if the Mint staff could clarify the validity of the statement that Morgan and Peace dollars dated 2022 and beyond would be released. Matt Holman responded, "That is correct. Our intention is to have the Morgan and Peace dollar as a continued program in the future." Gilks continued his query by asking if the same 6 options would be offered. Holman responded that there was a great deal of flexibility in the legislation regarding what the Mint can provide in the product range, including different finishes, and I believe also bullion. Now, here we go. Yeah, Louis Gualino inquired about the possibility of a bullion program, giving the collector interest in the original Morgan and Peace dollar releases. Holman responded that he is unsure if the legislation provides sufficient leeway for the introduction of bullion options. But I'll tell you though, if it did though, wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be amazing? Hello, bullion. That'd be really cool. I think a lot of people would be into that. In the comments section below, why don't you say if you are not into the bullion versions of this? I think a lot of people would, and they'd be a lot less expensive, right? They'd be just bullion. Palladium, right? Now, my questions. After Louis Galino questioned about possible bullion program for Morgan and Peace dollars, I asked my first question, acknowledging that despite it being late in the year and thus highly unlikely, I asked if it would still be possible to mint the 2021 Peace dollars in high relief. Holman confirmed that it was indeed too late to issue such a coin this year, and that on current blanks would require some R&D. But seeing that a Peace dollar in high relief would be an interestingly nice offering. So that could be a thing, right? Now, after the Mint Roundtable, Dennis Tucker had this to say about the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars. And these are really ones I like to have the insiders talk about. Now, he says that these coins have definitely captured the interest and imagination of the hobby. In recent weeks at Whitman's, we've been hearing about them from collectors and dealers every day. The conversation runs the gamut. Admiration, skepticism, frustration, and excitement. Some hobbyists love them. Some aren't quite as impressed as others. Now, a lot of collectors are interested in the 2021 coins because of the approach the Mint took, recreating Morgan and D. Franceschi's original artistic intent in the designs. They seem to be an homage to the historic Morgan and Peace dollar program, a triumph of modern Mint capabilities. That's absolutely true. It's just amazing that they're able to even reproduce them. Back in 2009, the Mint director Ed Moy had a similar vision with the St. Gaudens MMIX Ultra High Relief Gold. Now, gonna just wrap it up here. Asked about how the new Morgan and Peace dollars should be categorized in works of numismatic publishing. Tucker commented, "This has been the discussion about how these coins should be cataloged by publishers, right? Are they regular issues, commemoratives, some new hybrid animal? And we've planned on how we'll cover them in the guidebook of the United States Coin, the Red Book, and we'll make that announcement soon." So I guess they're the last word on how we're going to categorize these coins. Are they, I mean, what are they? So another question I had about the 2021 Morgan and Peace dollars revolved around both the releases as a numismatic issue in general and the release of the CC and O mint mark variants, privy marks in the Mint's wording, being not entirely positively received by collectors. I asked if the Mint intended to continue such issues given some of the feedback received and if the secondary market would be considered in making such decisions. Holman responded that if there are any repeated concerns voiced here on Coin Update or Mint News blog, I should let him know as they make for useful feedback directly from customers. You hear that? That's a big cue for you and I to make a comment on this particular article. He also acknowledged that he does stay up at night reading blog comments. That's right. Now, while not a direct answer to my question or terribly shocking after some thought, this did somewhat take me aback initially with intrusive paranoid thoughts such as, I've been warned, they're watching us. No, I think they're just trying to gain some insight of how they could make it better. And you can actually do that, right? And because this is an excellent opportunity for you all in Coin Update and Mint News blog to directly communicate, and that's right, directly communicate with the Mint about what you'd like to see change. Packaging, right? Luster, right? Make your voice heard. This is your big chance. So don't let it go to waste. Instead, make your voice heard and strike while the iron is hot. And that's absolutely true. Absolutely true. Now, for our plus one today, I'm going to take you back to YouTube. Now, this is the American Numismatic Association, the ANA, and they are an educational um, YouTube site, and they're just fantastic. Look at this. ANA Learning Academy, Paper Money, ANA Learning Academy. So it's a learning academy, the connection between history and coins. What is the coolest thing in your booth? And this is 2 months, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. So they're pretty active on here. Pretty active. So go ahead and check that out. And I will leave a link on the description in the video. Now, listen, folks, I want to thank you all for watching. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, please make a donation. It's not free. Son of a Silver Stacker, out.